All right, guys, Nick Huggett here, and I'm talking with Graham from Activision, and he's telling us all about Tony Hawk's Ride. And this is, I think, to my recollection, the first time that we're seeing an actual replica of a deck that you're going to use in a skateboarding game.
Yeah, it's the first time that an actual skateboard's been used for a game. It's not wireless, it's not wired, it's wireless. It has 4 motion sensors in it, so they can do different hand grabs all around the board. It's also got a series of accelerometers that allow you to do 360s, 180s, tilt up and down. So it gives you a really simulated skateboard experience right in the comfort of your own home.
Well, where are the rest of the controls on here? I think I see some stuff on the side. Those are the regular buttons and stuff, right?
Those are just regular buttons. Those buttons, they are really not for gameplay. They're just kind of something we added on to the side, so you can navigate some things if you wanted to, but it's not necessary for gameplay. This button here, however, though, you can actually tap this with your toe and pause the game in the middle of the game. So you can just do that and pause the game.
So I take it that button's pretty durable then, if people are going to be kicking it.
Yeah, the whole board's very durable. I mean, it's got a nice contoured bottom here too, so you can tilt back and forth on it. And yeah, it's really robust peripheral.
Now notice on the back there, is that the battery panel right there?
That's the battery pack. It takes 4 AA batteries.
Okay.
So yeah, and it lasts about 30 to 40 hours. So it's really, it has a nice sleep mode too. So you leave your console sitting for a little while, it'll go automatically to sleep, and then you just press the guide button and turn it back on.
So now, how much have you guys tested this? Have you tested having people that weigh 400 pounds on this thing? Yeah. You guys tossing it around like this? I'm assuming this thing's pretty durable, but what kind of testing have you guys done to test it?
So our quality assurance group at Activision has done tons of testing on different surfaces, different weights, different size people, kids, all kinds of people to really test out the durability of the board, and it withstands a lot. Of course, we do have a weight limit on it. It's about 300 pounds, 250 pounds. So yeah, we've tested quite a bit of it.
All right, excellent. Well, why don't we go ahead and we'll hook this thing up and we can take a look at some of the gameplay and how it works with it.
Sure.
Great. All right, Graham, so go ahead and kind of walk us through how you use this with the game here and the gameplay and stuff.
Okay. So the first thing you're going to want to do when you get the game, you boot up, you pick up whatever level you want to play, whatever character you want to play with. You'll get in a game and you'll want to choose your stance. So in skateboarding, there's goofy and there's regular. Regular is if you're facing to the right, and goofy if you're facing to the left. So you're going to orient the board that way depending on which stance you have. So I'm going to choose regular, that's the way I am. So you just tap your foot against this button here, and then once you tap that, you just raise the nose of the board up to select your stance, and there I select regular on screen. Now it's going to give you a list of objectives. In this particular level, this is one of our really great levels called Tokyo Game Show. It's kind of the culmination of the game. So it's a really cool level, and I'll show you a little bit of it right now. So
great.
So to get started in the game, all you have to do is wave your foot by the motion sensor to give a push. So just do that. That'll actually push. And then if I want to do an ollie, all I do is pop the board up like this. So I'm going to try to ollie through this paper here. I didn't win that one. I'm on a casual path right now. That's the yellow line. And so I'm going to try to, right here I'm on a speed run, so I'm going to try to collect these green time bubbles and stay away from the red ones if I can. And along the way I can do tricks back and forth or wipe out just like I did. So I'm going to jump over this. So as you can see, this is kind of themed out and really wild game show level. It's got all kinds of crazy stuff in it. Here we go. What you want to do for bigger scores, you want to kind of stay in manuals and stuff to do bigger tricks. Oh gosh, here we go. Started talking, fucking skate at the same time. Get pretty into it sometimes. So to do a flip trick, you pop up in the air and then you'll pop up in the air and flip the board. So flick the board right or left. So I'll try to lean here. Try to get through this. As you can see, this is kind of like really zany kind of level. It's got bigger and crazier kind of level features. Right now you're going to go through an area that's kind of like Godzilla. So you've got these little miniature cars and cities in here, little to navigate, little obstacles. Trying to do tricks in the middle of all these as well. Maintain my balance on this. It's it may look easy here, but once you're actually on the board, it actually is kind of a challenge to keep all your balance too. So that's kind of one of the different things between this and similar products on the market that take a peripheral to skate with. You actually have to use your center of gravity and balance on this a little bit more. Oh, kill those ninjas really quick. The final one. Oh, I'm gonna wipe out unless I correct it. Oh. All right, now we're getting ready to ride the Dragon's Tail. So this is a huge Dragon's Tail that's in this level. Try to balance and do a manual through this. Whoa! Here we go. It's kind of like Enter the Dragon a little bit. So here we go. We're gonna get through this dragon's mouth. It's gonna open up, hopefully. Do a little trick. So this is gonna get into some pretty zany part here with some tentacles. Oh, and I wiped out again. So there's just a little sample of it.
So how long would you say you'd have to practice to kind of get to the point of what you're doing at this game?
It's really simple. I'm doing some just very basic moves. When you get in depth and start learning all the really different tricks and combinations, they can get fairly complex, especially on the later difficulties. This one's casual right now, so it's taking care of all the navigation for me. But when I get into confident and hardcore, I graduate to that level. I've learned all the moves in casual. Then I'm gonna have to navigate and tricks and doing different combinations and stuff. So it's got a lot of depth to it as well.
Now this is obviously a pretty fantastical setup you got going here. Do we have more like realistic skate parks as well?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we have a lot of different skate parks with realistic cities. This is in Tokyo right now, but we also have New York, LA, some European cities like Frankfurt, Barcelona. So yeah, this is kind of the culmination of the game right here. So
awesome. Well, thanks for showing it. And you said down there you've got. You're doing that motion sensor on the side right there to get it started, right?
Exactly. So the motion sensors allow you to do things like push, and then also when you pop the board up, and if you wave your hand in front of it, it'll do a different hand grab, things like that. So
that's nice.
Kind of alter your different combos and stuff like that. So you can do lots of different combinations with the 4 sensors. Using 2 hands, using 1 hand on the back, 1 hand on the front, things like that. That'll vary up the different moves that you can do.
Okay, so what systems is it going to be for, and do we have a suggested MSRP?
Yeah, the suggested retail price is $119. It's going to be on the Xbox 360, PS3, and Wii, and it's coming out on Tuesday, November 17th.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, Graham. It looks excellent.